Hi, and good Tuesday, and glad to have you with us. Hope your weekend went well. Hope you got some rest and relaxation and were able to enjoy the Labor Day holiday and the Heritage Day Festival here in McGoffin County. On the latter note, we do have Miss McGoffin County highlights for you this evening and a few other reports coming throughout the week from the Heritage Day Festival here in McGoffin County. I've also already got a couple of reports that I did over the course of the weekend that we'll be talking about throughout the week, and some news, of course, scheduled throughout the rest of this, what will be a shortened week for most everyone. It wasn't a good weekend for everyone. In fact, a lot of tragedies across eastern Kentucky, some in the viewing area or surrounding the viewing area, I should say, and several calls of emergency here, specifically in McGoffin County over the course of the weekend. A couple of bee stings, which proved serious. A couple of individuals life-flighted from two different accident scenes, and a host of other news and information to bring you this evening. Weather-wise, well, here we are, starting off the first full week of September, the last weekend, and yesterday being the unofficial end to summer. Not in the forecast. High pressure still very much in charge and holding off a cold front to our north. That means heat and humidity throughout much of the week, but temperatures falling back down to the low 80s and in the range that we have been favoring so much for the past few days. Not so much today and yesterday, but definitely some cooler air days away in your forecast. Also a chance of some showers that we'll talk about as well. We're wrapping up, of course, the fourth hottest August we're on record, and we are now, as of today, officially and exactly 2 weeks away from the official beginning of fall. Now, we're caught up on our calendar, literally. On to other headlines and information. A couple of fatalities to report, sadly, over the course of the weekend. The first involved a fatal crash in Pike County, where Kentucky State Police says that it's still under investigation, but per their preliminary data, 62-year-old Cecil Hawkins of Blountville, Tennessee, was reportedly traveling north on Kentucky 119 in Belfry when he lost control of his Harley-Davidson and struck the rear of a Yamaha motorcycle. Both operators, both of which had a passenger behind them, were transported by EMS to the Williamson Memorial Hospital in West Virginia. As for Hawkins, he sustained fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at that medical facility. He was pronounced dead at the scene. As we understand, Hawkins was wearing a helmet as well. At the time of the collision, alcohol did not appear to be a factor in that crash and death. Another man has died following an ATV crash, this closer to home in neighboring Breathitt County, where coroner George Griffith has reported that Billy Campbell, 69 years of age, died in a crash sometime around 6:30 on yesterday. Campbell was driving an ATV. He reportedly went off the roadway and then flipped at least once, landing in a creek. He, too, pronounced dead at the scene. It was also a busy holiday weekend for McGoffin County EMS and law enforcement. A couple of bee stings, which proved serious enough to need serious medical attention. Also, a couple of individuals life-flighted, one for a shooting, which has been determined to be accidental, involving an 18-year-old female. The other, from what I understand, was an ATV accident where a female was thrown from that machine. Their first calls, actually, of emergency came in Friday evening around 7:30. The McGoffin County Rescue Squad and TransStar Ambulance Service were called to their first of two bee sting calls over the course of the weekend. This at the mouth of Craft Creek. From what I understand, a gentleman there was clearing out a weeded area, maybe an area that he'd actually done so before, but received numerous, possibly 10 to 12 stings from what was believed to be yellow jackets, and he started experiencing some problems breathing and other situations. We know that TransStar Ambulance arrived on the scene, did give him a shot of epinephrine. He, however, still experienced and exhibited some signs of problems breathing, and he was taken by ambulance to an area hospital. He did not think he was allergic, but the concentration of so many stings proved to be a serious situation. The second bee sting situation was later over the course of the weekend on Sunday, 5 o'clock. The McGoffin County Rescue Squad, the Bloomington Fire Department, and TransStar all responded to Buffalo. It was in that area that a man also experienced several stings. He was also given a shot of epinephrine by the paramedic. It didn't have a great impact on his health condition at the time, and he was taken by ambulance to the ARH Medical Center. Later on yesterday, around 9:30, a 911 call to the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department as well as TransStar and the Rescue Squad indicated that a vehicle last night had lost several bales of hay on the Mountain Parkway, somewhere near the 63-64 mile marker. It actually started in Morgan County. A vehicle transporting or hauling several bales of hay started to lose a few in Morgan County and across the county line. On arrival of law enforcement and EMS, they discovered that two cars had struck those bales of hay, which were basically just disintegrated and torn open upon impact. The cars suffered little damage. No injuries were reported, but it could have certainly proved to be a much different situation. Among all of those calls were 2 calls of emergency that would warrant live flight to trauma centers involving what I'm told was an accidental shooting as well as an ATV accident. This is some video brought in from one of those landing zones. From what we understand, there was an accidental shooting that happened Saturday morning, sometime around 12:43 a.m. The rescue squad, TransStar, and the Sheriff's Department were all called to the Route 30 area, specifically the Breathitt-Magoffin County line near that strip job, where an 18-year-old female was accidentally shot. A friend of hers, a male in the vehicle, reportedly was moving the gun, a loaded pistol, we are told, from the seat to a safer place. Apparently, when he attempted to move, it discharged, firing a single .22 mag through the female's arm, through her arm, exiting, and then going into her torso, where it was lodged. A landing zone was established at the scene. Kentucky 2 from Mount Sterling was the only unit available, was called, and she was transported to UK, we are told, in good condition at this time. Then later on Sunday morning around 12:13 a.m., an ATV accident involving a male and a female, in which the female passenger was thrown from the vehicle. That happened on Craft Creek, about 3 miles up. That is the scene that you're seeing here. A landing zone was established after the female suffered leg and facial injuries. Kentucky 9 was called. A landing zone was set up with the assistance of the Middle Fork Fire Department. She was airlifted to a trauma center for the severity of her injuries, which were not believed to be life-threatening. The male driver was arrested, we are told, for driving under the influence. Their names not available as of airtime. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract, with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. In some other top headlines in a few moments, some drug and theft-related arrest, also a heroin arrest in Magoffin County over the course of the Labor Day weekend. We'll get to those in just a second. Right now, while it is ready for air, let's take you down to the cabins and join MC Jim Caldwell and Jency Bailey and everyone at the cabins for the Miss Magoffin pageant. We'll pick it up with the talent portion of the pageant, beginning with contestant number 1, Sarah Oxshire. And just as the pageants are a long-standing tradition themselves, so is the local talent showcased during them, including our own Magoffin County High School dance team.
She plays to the prayer she prays. That's the way she was born and raised. She ain't afraid to stay. Country, nothing but country.
Sarah With a platform of fitness and health awareness in schools, what activities would you like to see implemented in Magoffin County's elementary schools?
Well, Jim, three of my personal favorites for elementary school would be jumping jacks and obstacle course and hopscotch. That way they can get their energy flowing and have their brains full of energy. So,
Thank you. As a spokesperson for Color Me Cured, tell us about your jewelry endeavors.
Thank you. My jewelry endeavors are to make as many bracelets as I possibly can, to raise as much money as I possibly can, because every dollar we raise is one step closer to finding a cure. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 2, Jenna Elam.
How have you become personally involved in your platform of Stop Human Trafficking?
well, I've been personally involved with my family. We have sponsored a child in Columbia that helps her get out of human trafficking, gets in a safe home, and gives her food and clothes. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 3, Whitney Shay Jenkins.
Thank you. How has your platform of stopping animal cruelty influenced your career options?
It has had a huge impact on my career because I am going to school to be a vet tech. I want to influence people to help animals and not abuse them. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 4, Kyla Hale.
Thank you.
And before greeting the newly crowned Miss McGoffin, we first thank the reigning Miss McGoffin, who had made an incredible impact on Magoffin County, just as she said Magoffin County had done on her.
If I said that I'm completely okay with not being in Atlantic City right now preparing to compete in the Miss America pageant, I'd be telling a big fib. But because of this community and every person involved in the Miss McGoffin County Scholarship Organization, I feel like I was crowned Miss America the night a crown was placed on my head on this very stage. I want to thank this community for taking me in and making me an honorary Magoffin Countyan. The love and support you've shown me during my time as Miss Magoffin County and while I was at the Miss Kentucky pageant was completely overwhelming. And if y'all don't mind, I plan on claiming this place as my auxiliary home for the rest of time, because you all have stolen a huge piece of my heart.
And after a few more thoughts and tears, it was on to awards, beginning with that of Miss Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality is contestant number 3, Whitney Jenkins.
All right. The next award is the Jenny Lou Caldwell Memorial Sunshine Award, named in honor of my mother. This award, who's been gone 10 years in March, by the way, terrible. This award was voted on by the pageant committee and goes to a young lady who possesses kindness, a great attitude, and personality, and that contestant is...
Well, I'll tell you what, this was a really hard award for us to vote on because these 4 young ladies have just been exceptional. And I know I say that every year, but it's true. We couldn't decide, so we put their names in a bowl and we drew names because all of them, I mean, they're just exceptional ladies. So the winner of our draw is contestant number 1, Sarah Oxshire. The winner of the People's Choice Award is contestant number 2, Jenna Elam.
Well, now it's time for a swimsuit. The next award is a swimsuit, and it goes to the contestant whom the judges feel presented herself the best in the lifestyle and physical fitness in the swimsuit category. And that winner is contestant number 2, Jenna Elam. God, this 9-year's getting to me. I didn't almost cry earlier too. And now for the talent award. The talent award goes to the contestant whom the judges feel expressed the best talent on stage this evening. And the talent winner is contestant number 4, Kyla Hale. Your first runner-up is contestant number 2, Jenna Elam. And the winner is the new Miss McGoffin County 2016-2017 is contestant, you're really going to enjoy this, contestant number 4, because you just won. There she is, your new Miss McGoffin County, contestant number 4, Kyla Hale.
There you have it, Kyla Paige Hale, the 18-year-old daughter of Chrissy Howard and P.J. Hale of Sayersville, a freshman at Big Sandy Community and Technical College. She's majoring in science and vet tech. Her platform, animal cruelty awareness and prevention. An outstanding job. A special congratulations to our new Miss McGoffin, to all the contestants, and to everyone who made this another wonderful success in putting this entire pageant together. We'll be right back with more headlines. We'll have some more Heritage Day stuff later on in the week, but right now, some more headlines after these messages. I'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our events here tonight.
Coming out of Johnson County over the holidays, specifically yesterday morning around 10:30, when a Johnson County resident reportedly noticed a vehicle in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just after 10:30 yesterday morning, the Johnson County Sheriff's Department, specifically Deputy Terry Tussey, responded to the Franks Creek area in reference to a theft complaint. When he was there, once he arrived, Tussey was told by a resident in the area, Myron Evans, that Evans' neighbor had called and told him that an older model Chevy truck was backed into a driveway across the road from his home. Mr. Evans then went to the other house and noticed that a pressure tank from a well and its components were all gone. They'd been stolen. Then later yesterday, around 2 o'clock, the sheriff's office got another call from Evans' home stating that that same Chevy truck had returned and that Mr. Evans had the truck blocked in so it couldn't get away. When deputies arrived, they found a white Chevy pickup truck as described. Also, they found James R. Dunkel, 27, of Flat Gap, and 44-year-old Casey Jones of Sitka in that truck. Deputies received consent to search the vehicle from Dunkel. During the search of the vehicle, they found the stolen pressure tank from earlier that morning, and they also discovered a white container. Inside that container, a crystal-like substance, methamphetamine, and a syringe. Both Dunkel and Jones were arrested and charged with receiving stolen property over $500, possession of a controlled substance, that being the methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. They were still lodged in the Big Sandy Jail as of this afternoon, while the investigation is still ongoing by the Sheriff's Department. While here in Magoffin County, the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department made a heroin-related arrest early this morning. Jail records, which is all we have at this hour, but with more coming later, indicate that 24-year-old Robin Bailey of Sagersville was booked into the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center at 4:37 this morning by the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department. She was charged with public intoxication excluding alcohol, as well as possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, specifically listed as heroin. She was also still in the Big Sandy Jail as of this afternoon, and as of last update, we'll have more details at a later time. As for your Licking Valley outlook for tonight and thereon, well, it's going to be hot and it's going to be humid for days. A lot of high pressure, pretty much just standing still, keeping a big cold front to the north, just there to the north. So tonight, a low of 69, mostly clear skies. You can look for some fog of the patchy, dense variety, but mostly clear and a low of 65 degrees, followed by 90 and mostly sunny and hot tomorrow on your Wednesday. That's right, nighttime low still back into the mid-60s tomorrow night under clear skies. As for Thursday, sunny and hot again with 90 degrees expected for daytime highs, and it will feel a bit hotter than that. And we will also see the first of a continued chance for a few days of some showers beginning late Thursday night, specifically about a 30% chance. That's mainly after 3 a.m. That cold front's going to finally start to work its way into the neighborhood late week. So Thursday, hot and sunny, late Thursday night, technically into your Friday morning. That front gives us a chance of showers. It also knocks temperatures back just a bit. So we'll call Friday partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. That chance decreasing to about 20% by Friday night. Saturday, over the course of your weekend, right now a 20% chance early. That increases to 40% during the evening. We'll see mostly sunny for the daytime hours of your Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies that night. Temperature still into the upper 80s, and that front will move on out of here by the end of the weekend, leaving us with sunny skies, 79 on your Sunday, 83 and sunny on your Monday, and the low to mid-80s still hanging on Tuesday of next week. And I've already got actually, and if not one, perhaps two complete evenings worth of news for the rest of this week and some other news and reports that we're following and working on at this hour as well. So join us back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Good night, and thanks for watching.